All right, turning back to your forecast now. We are on a roll with these temperatures as we brace for another crisp morning.
Yeah, cool mornings, these upper 40s, kind of near 50-ish. It is crisp in the morning. Afternoons aren't bad, but the mornings do make it feel chilly. Now, the clouds, they're going to stick around as well. That's the one thing. We're going to see less sunshine, so that's the bad news. Cool overnight, but we will see more clouds tomorrow, mainly dry. So that's the good news, but higher rain chances late Thursday into Friday. Now, these rain chances increasing aren't necessarily a bad thing because I think the timing might work in our favor. A lot of this will fall while we're sleeping. That's going to come from this system, which is in the middle of the country. So tomorrow, just for planning purposes, we will see temperatures kind of similar to today. And just like today, by evening, we could see a few stray showers. Nothing widespread, but very similar to the light stuff you saw this evening. The cold front's going to move through here and kind of wedge us in briefly, but it looks like this warm front is going to bring the rain on Thursday night into Friday. So it'll bring two things in. Big surge of rain, but also a big warm up likely going into Friday night into Saturday. In fact, I think Saturday might get back close to 80 before this cold front arrives going into Sunday night. Now, the severe weather risk is going to stay mainly to our west, especially tomorrow across Texas. But as we get closer to Thursday into Friday, we'll have to watch that system as it moves in because potentially, even though with the arrival in the morning hours, there might be a couple of stronger storms. Notice tomorrow, more clouds, maybe a few showers, not that big a deal. But early Friday morning, look at that big cluster of showers. This is 6 a.m. on Friday morning. That is some heavy rain. In fact, that band right there is the one we have to watch for maybe a strong storm. But by the afternoon, the time above me there, 2 o'clock, things start to dry out. So even though the rain chances go up pretty quickly Friday morning between midnight and sunrise, the worst of it might be out before lunchtime. But we will keep an eye on that severe weather risk, again, on the low end for Friday. And then again on Sunday, that's a little bit more questionable whether that system is going to come together. When you look at the rain chances, 20% chance for sprinkles the next 2 days, but 80% Friday, 70% Sunday. Those will be the 2 days we'll watch for the highest chances of rain. It's also going to stay cool. Going into May, typically we start to see things warm up. We're going to see temperatures kind of go back a little bit, mainly in the upper 60s, low 70s. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to be really, really cold. It just means compared to average, and that's a 90% probability of below average temperatures for the Western Carolinas. So that's a pretty good chance we're going to see temperatures below our averages, which are now in the mid to upper 70s. Also a pretty wet pattern, especially for the mountains and foothills. I would expect over the next 7 days, we could see anywhere from an inch to as much as 3 inches of rain, which is good news. Once you get into the growing season and this time of year into summer, you want to average about 1 inch a week to keep everything lush and growing. Once you get below that, that's when you start to run into some issues with drying out and seeing some drought conditions begin to develop. So tomorrow, widespread mid to upper 60s. Again, cloudy skies, 20% chance of a stray shower. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast will show that huge warm up going into Saturday, even close to 80 degrees. Sunday, 70% now, but we might see that go down. And then let's go 10 days into the future. Next week, temperatures below average, which the average is now 76. But the good news is most of next week should be dry until we get to Friday.